So, hi everyone. Myself, Pankaj. And before starting this video, this is the intro song. So, every thought a spark in the sky, speaking truth, just you and I. Every thought a spark in the sky, speaking truth, just you and I. So, today we will talk about uh, breed suffering and breaking the loop, right? And I have prepared or collected the content from sources. So without further ado, let's get started. So what is the first thing that why does a person suffers? What is the cause of suffering? Cause of suffering is avoidance and not confrontation. Like there is a book called called Eat That Frog. That is a self-help or productivity book which says that when you got some important task or some important work to do, you need to face off that in the first place, right? Like if you have to study for tomorrow's exam, that is a very much important task, and if you think it's important, then you need to do it as soon as you wake up in the morning after you have your breakfast. Then you should start studying. That is, eating that frog at the first place should be your first priority. And these things, this actually uh, completely resonates with the suffering concept. That is, we have to face the suffering, we have to confront it, we have to need to know the root cause, why it is happening, why it is going. In the latter part of the video, we are going to analyze the in depth that why it is happening and what we need to do to escape, not escape it, but we need to do to eliminate it at the root cause, right? So we have to break the pattern. See, suppose you are in a road and you're walking in that road with your eyes closed. You're not consciously walking, and there are holes in that road. There are pits, and if you are walking with your eyes closed, you will fall in that pit. But as soon as you will start looking at the pits, you can avoid it. You can go bypassing. So, like that way, you should to be conscious while living your life. Right? You are in a race. You are not looking here and there. You are looking at only forward, and you are thinking that why uh, it is not going to end. And at the same time, some people have like they have started to live with misery. They have started to live with unhappiness. They're not happy, and this has been a pattern. This has been a comfort zone for them. That uh, okay, living life in a misery has become a comfort zone for them, and they are not ready to get out of that comfort zone. So you need to get out of that as well. If you have made a pattern that you are not going to get out of suffering. So the main thing is breaking patterns. And the next thing I will talk about is fear and greed. Fear and greed in Buddhism, they told that there is nothing called fear. Fear also comes from greed. So greed is the ultimate factor. Greed is the ultimate cause of all the sufferings. So, like in Buddhism, you would say why greed is the ultimate factor. So you check, you recall any fear that come that had been with you or has still been with you and that might happen to you. All comes from greed. For example, suppose you are fearful that if uh, I will start a business, if that business fails or if that business will run or not, you're fearful, right? So why you are fearful? You're fearful only because you are in the greed to make a successful business. If you are not in the greed of making a successful business, then you will not be in that fear. अगर कुछ खोने को ही ना हो तो कैसा भाई? तो so the fear comes from the greed part, and as soon as you are greedy for something, the fear will also be there. It's like two sides of the same coin. You can't have one side, only the greed. Fear will be associated with it. It is a buy one get one offer, you can say. So let's take another example. For example, we are fearful about our exams. Why we are fearful? Because we are greedy about the marks. If we have not been fearful, if we have not been greedy about the marks, then it doesn't matter if it goes well or not. The only thing matters is the knowledge that we will have, the knowledge that we will have, the skills that we possess, and the things that we learn, right? But that is not the thing because we are greedy. Everything in this world runs by these two things. Everything in this sansar that is also called moh is run by these two things. So and greed like only fills those superficial voids that are within us. They don't go deep into that. A very good practice can be to look what are going through our minds, to look what are going through, what are the thoughts that are coming to us. See, you may not be aware that our life is driven by the subconscious mind. You are not conscious each and every time. And what our subconscious mind manifests, the conscious mind will do that. It's like the subconscious mind is the master and the conscious mind is the servant. So you need to first of all structure, you need to first of all arrange your subconscious mind. And a very good way to do that is writing. Writing as soon as you wake up in the morning, not doing any kind of task, not looking at your phone. I may look, I may sound a little bit boring, but this is the fact. Before doing anything, in your bed only, keep a diary and a pen and start writing whatever comes to your mind. Whatever comes to your mind, start writing that. How you are going to write? Write 3 pages, whatever comes to your mind. Not the filtered version of it. जो भी मन में आया लिख दो. ऐसा नहीं कि will I write it or not? It's not good about something. कल मैंने उस बंदे से झगड़ा किया, उसका वाइब मुझे पसंद नहीं आया. आई डोंट लाइक दैट गाय. ऐसा नहीं कि लिखने के समय तुम सोचो कि will it be good to write about about bad about something, bad about someone. ऐसा नहीं. Write as unfiltered as you can, as raw as you can. And once you will start writing whatever comes to your mind, you will feel that your the thoughts that come to your subconscious mind that entangles around throughout the day will come into that paper. And after practicing it for 1 or 2 weeks, you will start to observe that you are becoming a more arranged, calm person. So this is a very good like call to action you can take from this video. Writing down whatever comes to mind at the first place. And I have listened it from Satya. There is a channel called Satya Speaks, and he told this that once he started writing whatever comes to his mind in the morning, for about after 1 month, he started writing poems. What is poems? Poems and poetry is like uh, a arranged rhythmic version of a thought, and he has started writing poets. So once you will notice what your subconscious thinks, you can control the subconscious. And when you will control the subconscious, your conscious will be already being controlled, because that is a servant of the master of subconscious. So, this practice you can do, that uh, writing down, and writing down is a very good habit. See, you will often uh, have heard that how a therapy works, how a therapist, why a therapist charge so much. A therapist charge so much because he or she listens to you. You only solve your problem. The therapist don't solve doesn't solve your problem. They max to max will give you a roadmap, or uh, like a prescribed tasks to do. But you only solve your problem. How? By talking to the therapist. The therapist takes money from you just to listen whatever comes to your mind, whatever is going through your life. And just like writing, you were talking to that person, and like this way, you are making your mind free. You are actually organizing those thoughts. You are telling whatever comes to your mind, and this way the whole process works. The next thing, if we will say, being authentic. Uh, in the world, in this world, the whole world is a theater, and everyone is having a mask put on them. Nobody is authentic. Remember when you were a child, when you were 5 or 6 years old, you go into a shopping mall, you scream, you shout, you run, you play with the groceries, etc. But you won't be able to do that now, because because you think you are a grown up man, but you are more stupid than the child. At least the child is being authentic, and you are having a filter, you are having a mask before everyone to talk, before everything to do. And one, suppose in a library or in a prayer hall, if when you were a child you had screamed loud, you had talked at a high pitch, your parents must have told, lower your voice, or Just keep the thoughts in your mind. I will listen to it. Here you need to be quiet, all those stuff. And you had listened to them. And that's how the society slowly and slowly strengthen the mask that you are putting on them. We we can't do what we wanted to. We think it 100, 1,000 times before doing that. And one way it can be beneficial, but the other way you are not authentic. अगर तुम अपने आप की तरह ना जिए क्या जिए. So what is the benefit of living a life? What is the benefit of having a life you are not true to yourself? You are not living it as you want. So that is very important. Be authentic. And how this can uh, happen, how you can live a life with authenticity, you have to stop thinking what others will think, and you have to stop caring about it. Stop caring not in the sense ki you are not thinking about others, you are not helping about others. That's not the thing. You will you will help them, you will think about them. Stop caring that what will they think if I will do this? What will they think if I will do that? And once you will drop down all those doubts from your mind, you will start living a fantastic life. Mr. Beast, when he has started making videos, many people talked about it. Many people said that this guy is crazy, he's making like bullshit, he's doing nothing. But he doesn't care about the society. And now he's successful. You think that today he's successful, but from his perspective, he's successful from the very beginning because he's being authentic to himself. सबको झूठ बोल सकते हैं. You can lie to everyone around you, but you can't lie to yourself. क्योंकि तुम्हें असली सच पता है that who are you, what you want, and everything else. This is another great story that I want to share with you. That there has been a great surgeon, and for his retirement, the hospital where he works, where he has served during his lifetime, mm, for about many years, in the span normally a doctor serves, they have organized a great, like a great ceremony for his retirement because he has been a very successful surgeon. About 99% surgeries he has done is a success, and he has treated many patients with critical conditions and stuff like that. And in his retirement ceremony, there has been a great dance group being called to serve, to perform. And as soon as the dance group walked onto the stage and started performing, the doctor started crying, like not crying, crying loudly. There were tears in his eyes, and some of his friends thought that he has been crying with joy uh, because he have served he has done a great job. He has earned crores and crores of rupees. He uh, had a very successful life. But one of his friends asked him, "Why are you crying?" And then he opened up that I never wanted to become a surgeon. I wanted to be a dancer. And whenever I see people dancing, uh, I think, what have I done to myself? I have crashed the dreams of my younger self, and now I suffer from guilt each and every day. From the society's perspective, I can be a very good surgeon, I can be a very successful person. But from within, I know that I am a big failure. It won't matter to me if I had have had failed in dancing. If I had made like very small amount of money from dancing, but it would satisfy myself because I wanted to be that. But today, uh, due to responsibility or fear of failure, embarrassment, I chose the safe path. And so that's the story. You can think, you can see that uh, how important is it to be authentic to yourself. The next we will talk about the power of sound and voice. The power in sound and voice. Sound and voice is very much powerful. You can often observe that when someone is lying to you or lying to someone, his or her voice shakes. You can easily, or uh, philosophers or some specialized trained professionals can easily pick up who is lying and who is not by the facial expressions, by the voice or everything. Because sounds plays a very important role as uh, how you are talking, how you are responding. That's play a very important. And by the society, this sound has been crushed from the very young age. This sound has been confined from the very young. It's like there is a transformative role of sound in personal expressions. Sound is described as a primal force tied to identity, right? So voice reshapes personality and actions, aligning them with one's true self. I have been looking at um, some public speaker. He actually uh, treat people who having uh, who are lacking confidence and uh, eliminating stage fear. What he does is before starting his speech, he like gets the mic and shouts shouts out very loud, shouts as if like this is the end of his life, and there is a roar in his voice. What he first does, and everyone was shocked. And what he does was he he becomes authentic uh, from the very first word, and he actually eliminates the fear of embarrassment because he has already done a very embarrassing task at the very first place. And when you are authentic, when you are having that confidence in his voice, people will always recognize. People will always recognize that what is true and what is false, what is pseudo. So sound plays a very important. So we have talked about many aspects today, and next thing we will talk about, like, what is desire, what we have touched in the introduction part of the video. What is desire? Desire is the craving to want something. It may be some materialistic things like a car, a phone, a watch. It may be some non-materialistic thing like some emotions of love, happiness, or some abstract thing like power, status from the society. So everything comes under the umbrella of greed. So what is greed? And actually, greed is not, every greed is not bad. According to Buddhism, there are two types of greed. One is wholesome and the other one is unwholesome. One is wholesome desires and the other one is unwholesome desires. So what is wholesome desires? What is wholesome greed? Not greed, desire, to be more perfect. So wholesome desires is like, mm, you want to help someone. You want to help someone with a pure intention, not as an intention that I am helping so that tomorrow he or she can help me out again when I will fall in problem. Not because of that. You are helping selflessly. Anything which you do selflessly is a wholesome thing. Like you can help others. You can work in some NGOs. You can also you become a doctor to serve people, not to gain fame, not to earn money, not having other kamsic desires, but having but to have pure emotions. That is called wholesome desire. And unwholesome desires is like I want to have a car to satisfy my ego. I want to have something for myself, for my being. That is unwholesome desire with having some intention of getting something in return. So there is a like great quote. I'm reading it out. The mind is burning. Your mind is burning. The body is burning, and the senses are burning. The mind is burning. The body is burning, and the senses are burning. Burning with what? Burning with the fire of craving. Burning with the fire of greed. Burning with the fire of delusion. What does that mean? What does this simple sentence means? This simple sentence means that greed or craving is like fire. Fire, you must have seen that a small fire can destroy a whole forest. This is similar to that of a greed. Once the greed might be small, but it will start taking a large shape, a huge shape. And once it will start engulfing things, you won't be able to stop it. So it's like a feeling that you are burning. When if you will know that uh, the sensation of burning is one of the worst sensation that you can have in life. It is very much painful. And here, burning has been metaphorically related to greed. Because greed is like uh, having greed within oneself, having craving within oneself is like you are burning constantly. You can't sit at a place with a calm mind, because your whole body, your senses, your mind is in fire. And when it is in fire, you are always running here and there looking for that water. And there is nothing that can stop the fire of greed. So, uh, there are other things as well. Just so, this is like I've already talked about the fire metaphor. In so the next thing is nothing is permanent in this life, and the beauty holds in that single concept that nothing is permanent in this life. The temporary part is the beauty. Suppose there has been life, but there has been no death. You would be bored with life. Uh, First of all, it may look like a good thing, but it's actually a curse. Immortality is not a blessing; it's a curse, and the one will feel it who have it. So, uh, so everything is temporary, and you have to understand this basic thing. You are running behind something, you think that it will give you happiness, but it will give you happiness for a temporary period of time. जब तक तुम्हें वो नहीं मिलेगा, तुम दुखी रहोगे. जब तुम्हें वो मिल जाएगा, तब भी तुम दुखी रहोगे, क्योंकि तुम सोचोगे कि वो तुमसे चला ना जाए. और जब तुमसे वो चला जाएगा, तब भी तुम दुखी रहोगे, क्योंकि वो तुमसे चला जाए. So if you are attached to something in life, you will be sad for your whole life. So the very first step is feeling everything, enjoying everything, but in an unattached way. You are not going to be attached with anything. Suppose there is a flower and you are attached with that. And when you are attached, you won't be able to enjoy the beauty of the flower, because you will think that it will die tomorrow. It will collapse tomorrow. And if you are not attached with that flower, you can you can experience, you can explore the beauty of that flower the day it has bloomed, not having the fear of losing it the next day. You can have its smell, you can look at the beautiful petals, the beautiful colors, and even look it as it is, not with a, having a filter or a thought or a colored, like a colored sunglass. Right. So I think this is it for today, and thank you. Bye bye. Take care. And don't be attached with anything. Don't be greedy about anything. Uh, that's it. Orkujotide signing off.